I'm abusing my power. I saw a bag of books on my chair over there, and I peeked inside and I got excited and I said, yes, let's talk about these. Where did they come from? Yes, well, obviously they came from Barnes and Noble. When did they come about? Probably sometime last week. Okay, I'm refreshing my memory. I forgot that I even bought these. That is how fast life is happening for me. I need to slow it down. I'm going to say this. I'm frustrated because I'm in the middle of three books. And because I am reading 3 books, I feel like it takes me longer to get, 4 books. Because I am in the middle of 4 books, I feel like it takes me longer to read. I would like it to be like the grand finale at the fireworks display. Boom, 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 boom. All these books going off at once. But unfortunately, that is not the way that it happens for me. So I am frustrated in the sense that I want all the books that I'm reading to be read so that I can get on to other books that I have and books that I have bought. I should say purchased. I should really not walk into a bookstore and purchase any books. I have enough to keep me going for a very long time. But because I love the act and the art of book buying, and because I am now allowed to, I've missed it. And I enjoy that tranquility of a bookstore, the smells and the environment and the quietness with a little bit of chatter going on in the background. And it's just like tranquil to me. I'm mesmerized. I'm in my own little world looking at all of the books and deciding which ones are going to come home with me. Well, on this particular day last week, 5 books made the cut and came home with me. I have to say, I went up there with only 1 book in mind. From being there my previous 2 visits, I noticed a book and I did not choose it. And sometimes when I don't act upon a thought, it haunts me. And that's what happened exactly. I kept thinking about this book and thinking about this book and thinking about this book. So I decided I was going to go up and get What an Owl Knows, the new science of the world's most enigmatic bird, Jennifer Ackerman. It's a New York Times notable book. Okay, so that does not say something good to me. Notable. That does not say. I would prefer them not to put that on there, and I will make my own decisions. But anyways, it looks like this. That little guy is certainly adorable, and I do love owls ever since I could remember. You know what? I remember like one day I was on a run on a levee and the seasons were starting to change. It was September, but still very, very hot. But I happened to glance over to the left, and in a tree was the most beautiful owl just doing his thing. And I was so grateful for that run, and I was so grateful to have seen him and for him to have been a small part of my day, because he didn't know that. It actually was a big part of my day, because I still look back on that day with fondness, that I remembered that little guy in the tree that I was blessed enough to notice and get to see. And although it was quick in passing, it made an impact. So I love owls. I think they're gorgeous. And I'm at the stage in my life where I love to read nature books, and I want to know what these little guys think. So this is the book that was haunting me. This is the book that I went up for. But this thing right here, this little sticker got me. So now I am in hot pursuit for a companion. Why not take advantage of a sale, right? Let's see. Did I do that? I did that. We got another nature book. It's Mary Roach, When Nature Breaks the Law. Fuzz, an idiosyncratic tour with a wisecracking, ever probable guide. New York Times Books Review, editor's choice. It looks like this. So the reason why I chose this book is because, well, because it was named one of the best books of the year by the Washington Post, Smithsonian, NPR, and more. Fuzz is another hilarious globe-trotting classic from Mary Roach when it comes to jaywalking moose, vandal gulls, or mugging macaws. Roach finds that humans are more often the problem and the solution, combining wildlife biology, human behavior, and conservation genetics with a motley cast of animal attack forensics investigators, bear managers, and laser scarecrows. Fuzz offers hope for compassionate coexistence in our ever-expanding human habitat. So the words that jumped out at me were hilarious and NPR. And that was the defining decision for me to bring this book home. And you know what? I think I'm going to enjoy it. I really do. Okay, so this one was first chosen because of the illustrated cover. The decision became final when I started to read. 1 million copies sold. The #1 Korean bestseller. The Dallergut Dream Department Store. And it looks like this. And it goes a little bit like this. With over 1 million copies sold, the internationally best-selling sensation arrives in America. What if there was a store that sold dreams? Which would you buy? And who might you become when you wake up? In a mysterious town hidden in our collective subconscious, there's a department store that sells dreams. Day and night, visitors, both human and animal, shuffle in to purchase their latest adventure. Each floor specializes in a specific type of dream: childhood memories, food dreams, ice skating, dreams of stardom. Flying dreams are almost always sold out. Some seek dreams of loved ones who have died. For Penny, an enthusiastic new hire, working at Dallergut is the opportunity of a lifetime. As she uncovers the workings of this whimsical world, she bonds with a cast of unforgettable characters, including Dallergut, the flamboyant and wise owner, Baby Nap Rockabye, a famous dream designer, Maxim, a nightmare producer, and the many customers who dream to heal, dream to grow, and dream to flourish. So that is why this one made the cut. Get in my basket. Okay, 2 more. Now, it was a tie between these two. And I have to say, in part because of the covers. The Book of Fire by Christy Lefteri. She's the author of The Beekeeper of Aleppo. Now, the title gripped me at first. The Book of Fire. Now, all these autumnal colors got me. The tree got me because I am a tree lover. Yes, I love trees. So I was like, and what's this little animal? What's this little guy up to? So I was like, this one or... In present-day Greece, deep in an ancient forest, lives a family. Irani, a musician who teaches children to read and play music. Her husband, Taso, who paints pictures of the forest. His greatest muse, and Chara, their young daughter whose name means joy. On the fateful day that will forever alter the trajectory of their lives, flames chase fleeing birds across the sky. The wildlife that will consume their home and their life as they know it races towards them. Months later, as their village tries to rebuild, Irani stumbles upon the man who started the fire, a land spectacular who had intended only a small controlled burn to clear forest land to build on. He is dying, although the cause is unclear, and in her anger at all he took from them, Irani makes a split-second decision that will haunt her. As the local police investigate the suspicious death, Teso mourns his father, who has not been seen since before the fire. Teso's hands were burned in the flames, leaving him unable to paint, and he struggles to cope with the overwhelming loss of his artistic voice and his beloved forest. Only his young daughter, who wants to repair the damage that's been done, gives him hope for the future. I do not know if I pronounced those names correctly, but as I start to read this book, you bet your bippy I will find out how to pronounce those words, and in my review of this book, say them correctly. Until then, bear with me. The book that was a strong contender is Craft Stories I Wrote for the Devil by Ananda, Lima. I have no idea why they would name it that, but I was intrigued. So I opened it up and the word Halloween party. And you know what? Get in my cart because I am there for it. Love, love, love a good Halloween party. At a Halloween party in 1999, a writer slept with the devil. She sees him again and again throughout her life, and she writes stories for him about things that are both impossible and true. Lima lures readers into surreal pockets of the United States and Brazil, where they'll find bite-sized Americans in vending machines and the ghosts of people who are not dead. Once there, she speaks to modern Brazilian American immigrant experiences of ambition, fear, longing, and belonging, and reveals the porousness of storytelling and of the places we call home. Craft Stories I Wrote for the Devil includes Rapture, Ghost Story, Tropicalia, Anthropophagia, Idle Hands, Rent, Porcelain, Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory, and Hasselblad Triptych. Strange, Intimate, Haunted, and Hungry. Craft Stories I Wrote for the Devil is an intoxicating and surreal fiction debut. So yeah, that's why I picked that one. Could you blame me? I hope you will find a copy of one of those books for yourself. Until then, know that I love you. Be well, be good, be reading, and may all your gosh darn dreams come true.